Houston Real Estate Radio starts right now.
Thanks for tuning in to Houston Real Estate Radio this Sunday afternoon to learn more about real estate news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. I'm Shannon Register, and you can find more about our guest and the issues we bring you at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. We also have a fan page over on Facebook, and you can listen to us on iTunes or using the iHeartRadio app or Voice America. If you've got a real estate question, you can always call us here at the studio at 281-882-8088. You can tweet us your questions. If you're big into Twitter, you can always tweet them using hashtag HRER. That number again is 281-882-8088. If you just want to know the value of your house, you know house prices are going up in the Houston area, so if you just want to know the value of your house, you can call me, and I'll be happy to help you figure that out. That's kind of my paying job, what I do during the week. If you have a question that you want answered on the air, we can do that as well. When we answer your questions on the air, we always like to send you something. Right now, we've got the free buyer's guides that are put out by the National Association of Realtors. So we've got those right now. If you call in and we answer your question on the air, we'll be happy to send you one of those. We've got a great show lined up for you this week. I'm excited because this is a really great topic to talk about as everybody's getting ready to go back to school. I know some schools have already started. Some are right starting this week. So this is pretty exciting to talk about. I've got Jeff Windsor on the line with me, and he was the project manager for building Marshall Elementary School. Now, that is an elementary school that's in Spring ISD, and we all know that Spring ISD is growing, obviously, because we've got so many new companies, Exxon in particular, but there are many new companies coming in the area. The area is just growing by leaps and bounds, and so there are going to be some more schools built, I'm sure. So I want to talk with Jeff Windsor because he's built schools in the Spring School District, and there's one in particular that was just a really interesting project for him. So welcome to the show, Jeff.
Thank you. Good morning.
So you built a lot of schools, right?
Yes.
And one in particular stands out. Which one is that?
Marshall Elementary School.
And what makes it so unique? What is it? Because I hear lots of great things about that school. What is it that makes actually the structure of the school so different than other schools?
Well, this was our first LEED Gold building, which puts together all the different systems to make a very green school, and it also incorporates the particular learning style.
Okay, so when you say green features, people always think green features, okay, y'all are recycling over there, but there's a lot more to it than that. What are green features like that y'all use in a school?
For one thing, our heating and air conditioning system is a geothermal, which has wells in the ground rather than air-cooled chillers and other heavy equipment. We use solar tubes for bringing natural light into classrooms. We have a 20,000-gallon water tank underground for the gray water in the building rather than having to use all fresh water. We don't use any irrigation out here. All of our plantings are indigenous species. We have a white reflective roof, which saves about 15% on our heating and cooling costs.
Wow.
And our outside air is on demand only. It is calibrated by the number of people that are in the building rather than just having to treat a massive amount of outside air.
Well, that's interesting. So, when just the teachers are back at school and the students aren't there yet, you can control the different environment just based on the difference in the people in the building. Yes,
we will actually monitor the amount of CO2 in the building, and we will bring in fresh air accordingly.
So, this is really interesting to me. It's, there's a lot of really neat things that you're using that most people don't even use in their house yet. Geothermal, when you go to the home shows, you see a lot of heating and air companies that are kind of just starting the whole geothermal process. Some of them, I shouldn't say just starting, some of them have been doing it for 15 years, but it's just becoming popular where people, and affordable, where everybody can do it. So it's very interesting, some of the things that you're doing. The solar tubes, I bet the teachers love that, having that fresh light in the classroom.
Yes, that's one of the best things that the teachers and the students have said about the school is the natural light in the classrooms.
So do they still have windows along like one wall of the classroom is still windows, or it's fully enclosed and then it just has the tubes?
Now, that's one of the things that we do. Every one of our classrooms is on an exterior wall, and it actually has two types of windows. It has windows at eye level for the kids to look outside, to bring some of the outside into the area, but it also has windows up high, and we reflect the light into the classroom so that we can get natural light into the inside of the classroom and not just at the perimeter.
So I would imagine this school cost a lot more than other schools to build just because of all of these features. Is that correct, or is it more efficient?
It's much more efficient. The overall cost of construction was a little bit more, but it was still well within our budget. But we are saving an incredible amount. For instance, if you look at our other 25 elementary schools, the average electrical usage for a year is about $92,000. Marshall is $61,000.
Wow, that's a big savings.
Yes, and that's not even taking into account where additional savings on gas, and of course we use much less water.
Wow. So what do the students say about it? Do they, especially students who are coming into the school who have been in other schools, just kind of your normal classroom. Now when they come into this school, what are they saying about it?
Well, Kathy can probably speak more to that later, but I know that I've had an opportunity to do a kickoff on some projects, and for some third graders on the first year it was open, and fielding a question for a bunch of third graders was really fun. They were so enthused, and what really got me was the level of understanding that they had. I guess there's a lot going on in the media about green buildings, sustainability, environmental consciousness, and the questions that they were asking were very intelligent and to the point. I was really thrilled.
So what are the plans for more schools like this being built in Spring ISD?
Well, of course, we're still a growing district, so we will be building more schools in the future. And so we will be taking a lot of the successful programs and systems that we put in this building and put it into our future facilities. We have high schools, middle schools, so not everything would be appropriate, but I think most of the sustainable things that we've done will be. And
other districts around your district, are they considering doing some of these things that you've implemented? Do you have y'all talked to them and showed them the success that you've had? Or are some of them already doing that?
I can't really speak for what a lot of other districts. I do know that I do belong to the Council of Educational Facility Planners International, and in that setting I do come in contact with a lot of other school districts, and we all kind of share success stories.
Okay. So you think this is kind of the way we're headed? Do you think more schools will do this since it's been so successful?
I think, I think LEED is going to be instituted around the area. I think that's just something that's going to happen. And sustainability. Some of the educational things that we do, instructional things that we do, that's kind of up to each individual district.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'd like to talk with Kathy Morrison. She's the principal over there at Marshall Elementary School, and I want to hear what are the students saying as they come back to school, because I know you've got some kids coming into the school that haven't been there last year. So we'll talk with Kathy next. We're going to take a quick break. If you do have a real estate question, you can always call us 281-882-8088, and we're on the web at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com.